Hey guys, Thunderset here, bringing you a post-ban list Darklords. So I thought they'd be gutted completely, but they're still around. We've just gotten rid of Xchel completely. We're gonna pretend Konami never released her. We've replaced her with other ways to get cards in our graveyard with Raiden. So this way, he can mill our graveyard. Let's say we have a contact in hand, and we have a Charge of the Light Brigade. We can charge the Light Brigade, hopefully get a monster into our graveyard, special summon it with contact, then start our loop, do all our regular Darklord plays. So it helps the deck out. Obviously it's not going to be as consistent as when it had Xchel, but it's real useful with this graveyard dump. We're also running 3 Amdusk, who you can discard him and another Darklords card to get a card from your graveyard. So if you dump your one Desire, you can actually fish him back out from the graveyard. It's super useful. And this guy is in fact a tuner. So normally I wouldn't run Ukobak, but we're running Ukobak because we can special summon him. Then he's at level 3 for this level 4 tuner. You could make a Black Rose or a Zeta. We also have a level 11, which would be this boy plus this boy, which would be Star Eater. Then we also have a level 10, which would be Amdusk, plus this guy for our Ascension Sky Dragon. Ascension Sky Dragon needs a fat hand to be strong. He gains 800 attack for each card currently in your hand. So you need a fat hand if you're going to go into a Ascension Dragon play, but you can possibly have a fat hand with these Darklords. So other than that, guys, it's just regular old Darklords plays. They're still going to be around. They're still going to have Desire plays. They're still going to have Sanctified plays. The graveyard setup isn't going to be through Xchel. The graveyard setup's going to be through Lightsworn monsters, and then it runs all the same. You have Amdusk in there, kind of letting you search just from your graveyard, essentially. But yeah, I really thought Darklords would be hurt much, much more. But I think people are still going to play them. I think they're still going to be around. And with this, I think with some Lightsworn milling. So it should work out pretty well. If you're a fan of Darklords, don't lose hope. They're still going to be pretty good. I'm very confident. So hope you guys enjoy the replays, and thanks for watching. Okay, here we are fighting in a Shizu. Going second. Life point boost alpha. So here it's not the best hand. We're going to throw away an Amdusk and a contact for a Nastin, where he's going to try to floodgate us. We're going to chain the contact to the floodgate, special summon the Amdusk. Then we're going to use our banishment for one of the money cards, Darklord Desire. That's our offense. Then we're going to use the Amdusk to copy the banishment again. And now we got the defense with the money card, and that's the Sanctified. We're going to bring out the Desire. We're going to get rid of that face down, and good thing we did, because it would have targeted us and returned us to our hand. Our opponent now normal summons a Descendant for a Magicalized Fusion, which is a Supernaturalist, but only 2800, so he can't get over a Sanctified Desire. He swings into us, takes 200, has to scoop. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here's the Shizu. Going second. Opponent's got a nice little Blue Eyes map there. We got a Sanctified, we got a Nastin, and a Banishment, as well as Charge of the Light Brigade. Our opponent used a Baby Dragon and equipped him with a Black Metal Dragon, so we're for sure gonna OTK him. We throw away a Sanctified and a Banishment to summon a Nastin. We activate our Light Brigade, we throw away another Banishment. It's very important. We threw away a second Banishment with the Light Brigade and 2 Amdusk to add our Raiden. So now, with those 2 banishments in the graveyard, we can use 1 banishment to search a contact. Now we can contact out the Amdusk, use the second banishment to get to the Desire, guys. So the Charge of the Light Brigade got us 2 banishments in the grave. We used both banishments this turn. Get rid of that one monster. Searches the Red Eyes inside, doesn't matter because it's lethal, guys. Great stuff. Charge of the Light Brigade getting us 2 banishments. Works out perfect, guys. Okay, here is Sartorius going second. We're going second, sorry. Life point boost. He's using Master of Destiny, of course. So nothing to do with this hand until we use our Graveyard Mill. So we'll start with a Banishment. He uses a Rebirth of Parshath on the Banishment. So not a great start, but we knew that was coming. If it wasn't the Parshath, it would have been Misjudge. Brings out a Parshath. We're gonna normal summon our Light Sworn, use his effect. His effect's gonna be negated by Misjudge. So, pretty bad turn, but we get our second effect to dump 2. We dump a Nastin and a Contact, which is really good. So now our opponent switches us to defense, hits us for 1600, hits us for 1800. Thank goodness for life point boost, we still have 1000 to use our effects. Here we try to use Raiden again, he's gonna Parshath us again. So this deck, or this duel is going really well for this guy, and we're still gonna get him. Now we're free to make our plays though, so we're gonna start with Banishment. Misjudge is trying to stop it, she fails, that's why we use Banishment first. Now we search a Nastin, we're gonna special summon that Nastin, throwing away a Contact and an Amdusk. We do not use the Contact yet. We're gonna wait for the Contact of this battle phase, but he didn't do a battle phase, so we use the Banishment instead. Search our Desire. Normal summon the Desire, swing into that monster. Now we're over him even if he switches us to defense. Sets a back row. We get another Banishment, guys. That's a Sanctified. We're gonna normal summon our Lightsworn Raiden. Finally successfully use his effect. We dumped 2 Amdusk and then swung right into a Drowning Mirror Force, guys. Our opponent thankfully didn't top deck a monster because he probably doesn't run too many monsters with counter traps. We got a monster though with Charge of the Light Brigade. That lets us search probably our last Raiden. Normal summon the Raiden, hit him for lethal. Absolutely crazy duel, guys. We overcame everything. Great stuff. Okay, Jaden Yuki, not the cool one too, the happy-go-lucky one. We're going second. We're using life point boost, just to give us a little head start on that minus 1000. You could use other things like baggy sleeves, or just anything that controls your draw, restart. So here, we're going to start with a Banishment. Pretty varied hand, works out pretty well. We're going to search a Nastin, he's pretty much the core of the deck now. We throw away an Amdusk and our Sanctified. We special summon the Amdusk with a Contact. We use the Amdusk to target our Banishment. We search a Desire, swing into that little boy. He switches it with the Diane. Good thing we didn't use Desire's effect, because then she would be swung at. We're going to negate Diane's effect because it would have triggered and special summon another monster, but we'll just lose the nest and leave it at that. Now we're going to use the Amdusk to bring out another Contact from our hand, so it's not as good on the resources, but you're still getting the plays just fine. And then Nastin's going to special summon Amdusk from the graveyard. Desire throws away the Diane, swings into that boy. We've cleared the field, he's got 2 cards. Sets a monster. We get a Banishment, we're going to use the Banishment, search that Sanctified right back out. Set the Sanctified, switch everyone to attack, use Desire's effect once again, because we're still lethal. And finish him off. Great stuff, guys. Nice and easy versus some heroes. Okay, here we are facing a Yami Yugi. Going first. He's got a big old 30-card deck there. Probably won't be running that soon. He's using Spell Specialist, so he probably definitely won't be running that soon. We're going first, so we're going to start with a Raiden. Hopefully dump a monster. We didn't, so we have to Nastin the Contact and an Amdusk. Then we're going to Nastin effect the Contact into the Amdusk. Thanks to the Raiden though, we dumped our Sanctified. Very lucky, very useful. Thank you, Raiden. Our opponent's using a Gold Sark for a Spirit Master to destroy our Nastin, then ends his turn. We summon that Nastin right back out. We get a Ukobak who can't really do anything. Our opponent just set 1 monster, and you know when it's Shiranui, all they have is that 0D, so it's not really hard. But Darklords are still around, guys. I didn't want them to disappear entirely, so I'm glad they didn't. The Lightsworn engine, just it helps start your plays, so it's also maybe worth it to work in 1 Tez. Maybe if you don't like Ukobak, you don't like the smaller synchro plays, you could get rid of the Ukobak and add a Tez. Maybe get rid of one of the Charged Light Brigades or one of the Raidens. I'm not sure, but Tez is probably definitely worth a slot. And just ignore Xchel, guys. Pretend Xchel never existed, and that we just have regular Darklords, and you'll ultimately be just fine. So don't worry, Dark Lord players, stick with them, keep it going, and thanks for watching, guys.